back to Praxis. We've been in this mini-series looking at this practice of silence and solitude. If you've missed the last few weeks, do go back and watch them because you won't get as much from this one otherwise. I want to read a verse of scripture. As we're saying with Praxis, these are practices, spiritual practices that we're kind of engaging in from the life of Jesus. This isn't just like stuff that someone's made up one day and thought was fun. These are things that we can actually see in the life of Jesus, that if we practice as he practiced, we will grow in our awareness of his love for us and in our awareness of who he's made us to be. We'll grow in life ultimately. I want to read a verse from Mark's kind of biography of Jesus' life, chapter 6, verse 31. It says this: "Then, because so many people were coming and going, that they did not even have a chance to eat, he said to them, 'Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest.'" Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest. My word, doesn't this one verse have so much in it? Like, doesn't this just typify our lives? You know, how many of us feel like, oh my goodness, there's so much coming and going that I almost didn't have enough time to eat. You know, I certainly didn't have enough time to kind of like sit down for 2 minutes and stop, and like, you know, life can be hectic. And Jesus says to his disciples in the middle of a hectic schedule, he says, look guys, we've got to stop here. Come with me. So we're going with Jesus by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest. I think two things typify true rest: the presence of God, quiet. You can't get rest in the middle of a building site. But nor can you get true rest, I think, apart from Jesus. You know, Netflix might help us to switch off, but I don't think it truly rejuvenates us. You know, it's only Jesus who can give us the life that replenishes us and gives us true rest. You know, there is a place in the practice of silence and solitude for simply getting rest. Just simply taking 5 minutes and just sitting there in the quiet, recognizing that Jesus is with you, but not feeling like you need to say very much or do very much, but just resting, just being with him and just allowing him to replenish you. You know, there is a place actually, I think, in this practice of silence and solitude for just going for a nap. Like, you know, going for a nap and just inviting God to join you in it. Rest is so important. You know, God has created us to be people who work, but also people who rest. And we need to take time to go with him to rest. Whether that's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes to just be by ourselves, to be still, to recognize his presence, to have no agenda, or whether that's to go for a nap, but to invite God into it. See that as a spiritual practice. To come by yourself with Jesus and get some rest. So why don't we, in the middle of hectic, whatever's going on in our life this week, try and diary out, carve out, because it probably won't find itself for us. We'll probably have to make time for it, to just take a little bit of time to just go to a quiet place, invite Jesus to join you, and when we're inviting him, we're kind of more inviting ourselves because he's already there, but you know, recognize that he's with you and rest.